Hey, Stolen Cousins. You already know what time it is. Animated horror stories. Animated horror stories. Doom, doom, doom. Boom, boom, boom. Ding, 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 ding. Boom, boom, boom. You already see where we at today. We're at our cousin's house. I am our scary tales. Oh, there's someone in the stream. I am our scary tales. We are doing three TikTok horror stories animated that went viral to scary. So I'm excited about it because he be coming out with true stuff every single time. So it might be, it's gonna be a hitter. It'd be loosely based, but it'd be true. So let's get up in here. Please go subscribe over to their channel and please just like my video. What else? Yes, let's get into it. Please go on, grab a blunt, grab a bottle of water, grab a bag of chips, and grab a blanket, and let's go.
When you get bored, it's easy to want something or anything to happen, just so life can be a little more exciting. I made that wish once, and it came true. But now I'd rather wish I hadn't. I would much prefer a whole day spent doing nothing over what happened in 2020. Me and my friends were using the Randonautica app, which generates random coordinates in a set area. The whole point is to go there and find out what happens. We set the app to pick locations anywhere in the city of Seattle, but the first pin it put down wasn't far away at all. In fact, as soon as we saw it on the map, we all knew where it was. It was the Alki Beach Pier, which since we lived in the neighborhood right off that beach, we'd all been to it plenty of times. It was close by, and it had always been fun in the past. So we agreed with the app and drove to go check it out. All we were doing was hanging out and getting up to stuff, and we had all day, so we could start with something chill like the pier. It was better than sitting at home, or so we thought. At first glance, everything seemed normal for Alki Beach at the time, although a lot less people were out than usual, but that made it even nicer, honestly. It almost felt like we were the only people there, like everybody was completely turning their backs on this beautiful day and we were the only ones outside appreciating it. But then, not long after we got there, I saw something in the rocks beneath the pier. I pointed out to everyone immediately, not realizing that it was anything more than litter at the time.
Hey guys, look! A suitcase. What? Look! See? What the heck? Who would leave that here? It probably washed up. I mean, who takes their luggage to the beach? Well, who throws their luggage overboard off a ferry? It's probably some hobo's house. Oh my god, be respectful. I was just kidding. Obviously, a person couldn't fit inside of that. It's way too small.
Oh really? I don't know. There could be anything in there. Could be a bunch of mafia money. Or like kilos or bricks or something.
Gonna be a body.
Kilos? Bricks? What are you talking about?
I'm just saying there could be anything in there. Like, what if it's full of diamonds?
Psh, I wouldn't have diamonds in it. That's ridiculous.
We'll never know unless we go down there and open it.
Well, I'm not opening it.
Oh yeah? 1, 2, 3, not it!
Not it. Oh, come on. Fine.
Come on, do it for TikTok.
Yeah, do it for TikTok.
Even then, there was something telling me I shouldn't do it. But with the camera pointed at my face and all my friends looking at me, I felt like I had to. 2 of them climbed down the rocks with me. The boy filming and his little girlfriend who must have also been feeling adventurous that day. The bay almost always has a kind of stink to it. The watery scent of oil and algae and bird poop. As someone who grew up smelling it, I've grown to enjoy it, honestly. But there was something else in the air that day. Something nasty and rotten that I was smelling the second I started climbing down.
Come on, hurry up. Give me a second. I don't want to slip.
The tide had just gone out, so all the rocks were freshly wet and slicked, and the suitcase was lodged in the rocks pretty far out there, almost to the end of the pier. I made it eventually, though. Unfortunately, when I got close to it, I knew it was the source of that putrid smell that hit me earlier.
Ugh,
Still,
my body.
the video was
They don't
waiting for
smell
me to make it. All my friends were egging me on to
Wait,
open it.
Kelly.
I reached over and pulled the zipper open just a few inches. And then I was immediately smacked in the face by the worst thing I've ever smelled. I gagged immediately and almost fell into the crevices of the rocks.
Oh, God, it smells so bad.
Yeah, open it some more.
Just grab a stick or something.
Y'all acting
Not
like y'all
wanting to
can't
touch it
smell
directly with my hands, I looked around and luckily found a nice piece of driftwood to poke it with. Using that, I managed to open the zipper a bit more and started to turn a flap over.
It's just a plastic bag. What do you mean? That's it? Yeah, like a garbage bag.
All of a sudden, the wind shifted and I became completely overpowered by the foul odor emanating from that thing. I couldn't stand it any longer. I threw the stick away and backed down.
I can't. Well, I can't even stomach it. Fine. I'll open it, you wimp.
I was glad I
No,
was off the
open it,
hook.
big bad
I didn't
boy.
care if they made fun of me for it later. I didn't say it then, but I also felt something disgusting inside the bag. But since I just poked it with a stick, I had no idea what it was. My friend took my place and pulled the flap open some more. Now it was clear that there was something inside the garbage bag, and together they'd been stuffed into the suitcase. But we still didn't know what. She found another stick and slowly reached over to poke it. I watched her do it.
Oh, my nose again.
And right as she did, her face turned white as a sheet. She dropped everything. Her mean girl attitude was gone, and now she was just as mortified as me. What is it?
It's. And just don't touch it. We shouldn't have messed with it, and we should stop before we get involved in something bad.
No,
I'm calling the police.
What is it?
Ooh, drama.
Turn off the camera already!
The odds of a story like this happening may seem astronomical, but it is true.
Ah,
In June of 2020, several teenagers
Ah,
from Seattle,
that
Washington were
faced me
passing the
yesterday.
time using the Randonautica app, which produces random coordinates for the users to travel to at their own risk. These unsuspecting users were led to a familiar beach in their hometown, only to make a grim discovery: human remains. Just a few days prior, a man named Michael Lee Dudley had evicted the two previous tenants of a spare bedroom, ending their lives in a fit of rage and going through great lengths to cover it up.
Michael.
The remains of the victims were dismembered and packed into garbage bags, then concealed in suitcases, then thrown into the bay not far from their old home. But it just so happened that they would end up being discovered in the most unlikely of ways. If they hadn't been, it's possible that this crime would have gone unsolved. However, unfortunately for the privacy of the victims' families, those who discovered the first suitcase were somehow compelled to post videos of it to TikTok, thus launching the case into viral fame.
I mean, social media has its
I was
pros
coming
and
down the
cons.
stairs after tucking my traumatized daughter into bed.
Oh, she
The
traumatized,
apartment
what
looked
happened?
much better now. It was a mess when I got here from the grocery store. The furniture was scattered. Everything on the
Someone broke
dining
in?
table was lying on the floor broken. I knew something was wrong when I found my door unlocked. I had to lie to my 5-year-old daughter that it was all an earthquake. What else could I have told her? That it was her own father? My husband Alan and I were pleased at the beginning. He created this TikTok channel where we shared our lives with thousands of people. Alan had a massive knack for acting and often impersonated Al Pacino from Scarface.
Okay.
I always wondered why he loved that movie so much. Because it was violent, or because it was about a man who wanted to write his own fate? You want to mess with me? Okay. You want to play rough? Okay. Say hello to my little friend!
Boy.
His fans loved him. We even uploaded funny videos of us together. Our fans admired us, saying we were the perfect couple. But suddenly, it all changed. Alan became unreasonably suspicious. His crazy fits began with
Alan?
jealousy. Any guy who would casually talk to me will become a threat to Alan. I tried to make him feel secure, but his madness grew daily. There came a point when he started getting drunk and shouting at me. He would curse and spit on me in anger. Soon, the verbal abuses turned
Oh,
to punches,
hell
slaps,
no,
even
bitch.
kicks to the stomach.
What? What? He used to spit on you? Girl, you what? Oh my god, nobody could spit on me and have green fucking phlegm come out their mouth and smack me in my freaking face. Oh my God. That is no longer emotional. That is physical. Why? You can go to jail for spitting on somebody because they don't know what's in your nasty ass spit. You can have diseases and shit. Oh.
Soon, the verbal abuses turned to punches, slaps, even kicks to the stomach. So one day, I left the house, taking my daughter with me. I took the help of the law and got a restraining order against Alan. He laid low for a few days, and then... Open the door, Hannah! Julia's my daughter, too! You can't keep me away for long!
Go away from our lives! You've tortured me enough! What's wrong with Daddy? Nothing, darling. He's just not feeling fine lately.
Open the damn door! I could barely sleep that night. I kept having these horrible dreams of Alan holding a bloody knife on my bed. I woke up screaming many nights in my bed, praying to God to put an end to all of this. The other day, I was talking to the neighbor's son on my way home. I had this feeling that someone was following me, but every time I looked back, I didn't see anyone. When I was about to get inside the building, I heard a coarse voice. Who was that guy, Hannah? Yes, it was Alan. Again. I looked at him with anger and yelled.
Were you following me?
You didn't answer my question, Hannah. Who was that guy?
I should have reported you to the cops right then. You should be in an asylum.
I turned to leave when Alan grasped my ponytail and pulled me closer to him.
Stop it! You're hurting me!
I get it, Hannah. You're just mad because I didn't kiss you every day, right? I didn't show enough love. But I'm changed now. I want you back, Hannah. Please, let's just go home, okay? Everything will be...
Let me go, you freak!
I poked him in the eye with my apartment keys and he let go of me.
Don't you dare come near me or my daughter again! There's no way I'm raising her under the same roof as a psychopath like you!
I ran into the building and closed the door immediately. As I stormed upstairs, ignoring the elevator, I heard Alan scream from the sidewalk. I love you, Hannah! You're just mad! You could never leave me! We're the perfect couple! Everyone says that in our TikTok videos! After that incident, I went to the cops, who gave him a final warning. Maybe that's why he charged into my apartment in my absence and vandalized my home. I heard a knock on the door when I was thinking about what to do next.
Who is it?
It's me, Roger. Open the door, Hannah. I opened the door and Roger was standing on the other side. He looked concerned. I couldn't hold my tears anymore.
Oh, Roger!
Was he here again?
Yes.
You need to change the lock, Hannah. Roger got me inside and we sat down on the couch. Roger is the only friend who's well aware of my situation.
No weird shit,
Where's Julia?
In her room, asleep.
I told you repeatedly to file a case against him, but you didn't. He could have been behind bars now, and you all will be safe.
I'm so tired, Roger.
Well, to me, you look beautiful as always. His sudden attempt to make me smile worked, though.
Stop it. I know you're a good friend, but you suck at lying.
We shared a laugh and my heart became a little less heavy. Roger kept talking about going to trip with friends. I too could use a little escape. We were discussing all of that when suddenly I heard the main door click open. Roger and I quickly shifted our gaze to the other, and Alan... Finally! So this is your new boyfriend, Hannah? You left me for this guy? Alan, you need to leave, man!
Go away before I call the cops!
But Alan let out a creepy smile, and I saw him taking out something from his jacket. Fear increased my heartbeat, and...
Oh my god!
Oh
Alan!
my god!
What are you doing? No!
He shot Roger.
Alan, please! Please, stop! Think about Julia. She will never forgive you. Please, don't do this!
The story you just saw based on the horrifying murder of Anna Abulabon and Rayburn Barron. The man responsible for their death was none other than TikTok personality Ali Abulaban, known as @JinKid. Ali was arrested for the double murder of his wife Anna and her male companion Baron in their San Diego apartment at 3:10 p.m. October 21st. According to preliminary hearing testimony, the fallout of the Abulabans' marriage was precipitated by incidents of domestic violence and indications that Abulaban had been cheating on his wife with other women. After alleged marital troubles, Anna took the decision of ending their marriage and asked Ali to leave their home. Though it was agreed that Abulaban would move out of their apartment, prosecutors allege he secretly made a copy of the apartment key. Ali later told investigators that while his wife was away on the morning of October 21st, he used the copied key to enter the apartment, vandalize the unit, then installed an app on his daughter's iPad that allowed him to monitor live audio inside the apartment. While listening to the app later that day, he overheard his wife and a man giggling. Ali then went to the apartment with a loaded gun and shot Baron 3 times, in the neck, cheek, and back of the head at close range, and also fired 1 bullet into his wife's forehead. Abulaban was stopped on the highway an hour later after he picked up his daughter from school and was arrested for the murders. During his trial, Ali Abulaban snapped out and his inner demons showed him as the deranged psychopath that he was.
And that led to another outburst.
You think I wanted this? I wanted this! Who the you?
Mr. Mr. Abulaban, I need you to stop.
My life is destroyed!
Mr. Abulaban, I need you to stop.
Back when TikTok was just becoming a thing, I downloaded it and started following some of the dance trends. My account was pretty small, as I was only followed by people I went to school with and only followed them back, plus a few celebrities. After a few days, I only had about 50 likes on my most popular video. I wasn't torn up about it though, as I really didn't try very hard. So, understandably, I was surprised when somebody duetted that video. At first, I was worried they would be making fun of me, but I was surprised to see this fat bald guy with huge ears that looked like he was almost 50 years old just watching me dance, nodding with approval and talking about how good of a dancer I was. His name was Buddy, or something like that.
Oh, wow, no way.
Y'all seeing this? I don't get this. You know why I don't get it? Because when I was this girl's age, ain't nobody could dance like that. Nowadays, y'all kids just be dancing your hearts like nobody's business. But I ain't hating on that. I like it. I like it a lot.
I was creeped out, obviously.
Wow.
I decided to DM him to ask him why he was looking at my videos. I expected him to keep being creepy, but actually, he was really nice and seemed to clear things up.
Hey, what did you duet my video for? How did you even find it?
Oh, I'm totally addicted to this app now. It showed up on my For You page after like 6 straight hours of scrolling. It's that algorithm, I guess. Hope that's okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's all right. Don't forget to touch some grass, lol. Thank you.
Thank you. He said he was totally addicted to TikTok and had been scrolling through it all day, which made it make a little more sense that my almost completely unseen video would randomly pop up for him. After I tested him out a bit, I left him on red, figuring the conversation wouldn't go anywhere else. A few hours later, I went to bed, having pretty much forgotten about it. However, before I could get to sleep, I heard my phone buzz. I was going to ignore it, but then it buzzed 4 more times. I worried my friends were trying to reach me with something important, so I rolled over and checked my phone. My stomach churned when I saw more DMs from that buddy from earlier. Hey, do you remember when we met? It was today. LOL. Can we talk? I don't know if you're asleep, but I'm really lonely right now if you wouldn't mind keeping me company. Unlike before, when he was acting normal, he was starting to show his true colors, his creepy colors. He asked me to talk to him and keep him company. Me, a teenage girl, keep him, a 40-year-old man, company? In the middle of the night? What business did he have asking me to do that? None.
Oh,
But it got
so
worse when I
happy
read the
though,
messages and didn't
because
respond to
that's
them. I immediately texted one of my friends about it because I didn't know what else to do. Don't ignore me. I just want to talk. Okay, maybe I want to do more than that. JK.
Ew.
I really just need a friend though. Nobody wants to talk to me because I'm ugly.
And
You're really
old.
pretty though. Really pretty. But Buddy kept texting me and throwing himself a pity party. Talking about how pretty I was and being really suggestive about being friends. Or more than friends. I told him he needed to stop because I was only 15 years old. But then he made it clear that wasn't a problem for him.
You know I'm 15, right?
15? And? He then sent me a selfie of him pouting in bed with no shirt on.
You sick bastard.
That's when I blocked him.
Like, you guys
I
have to
stayed
be
up for
careful
several
on
more
these-
hours
on these
because of that and
TikTok.
told my friends all about it. Then we made fun of him until I could find it funny enough to not be sick to my stomach about it. I managed to get to sleep a few hours before sunrise, which meant I didn't get up until the early afternoon. I drug myself out of bed like a zombie and sat down to eat some breakfast in the kitchen. My older brother was also eating cereal, but it was a common occurrence to see him waking up past noon. We were both eating cereal with one hand and looking at our phones with the other. Of course, my day started on a bad note when I looked at mine. I got a notification from every social media app I had except for TikTok that I'd gotten a new follower. Every username had the word Buddy in it, so I knew instantly that I was being stalked by that same weird fat guy. I kicked myself for putting all my socials in my TikTok bio. He was using Instagram to send me more messages. It wasn't just text though. It was almost whole paragraphs about how nobody liked him, how he needed somebody to make him feel better about himself, how much he wanted that person to be me. There were videos too. Videos from the night before of him in bed, still with no shirt on.
Hey, you. I don't know why you're not talking to me anymore. I was just hoping that you could make me feel better. I'm just one of those uggos, though, and you're one of the pretty people. Well, I hope you know this. I could make you feel good. If you just let me. Come on,
They really
girl.
don't
Just let me.
Like,
I compulsively kept watching it, like a train wreck I couldn't look away from. Soon enough, my older brother noticed the look of disgust on my face.
Hey, what are you watching?
It's some guy who won't leave me alone.
Some guy. Do you know him?
No, he's just being weird.
Let me see that.
yep, get in the
Suddenly,
business.
he stood up and snatched my phone out of my hand. He watched everything Buddy had sent me, then recorded it all from his phone. I could tell by the look on his face that he was pissed. I was just going to let him do whatever he was going to. Then he asked me for his TikTok, so I gave it to him.
My friend has a YouTube channel. I'm gonna send all this to him so he can expose this creep. It'll make great content.
Wow. Thanks for taking advantage of the fact that I'm being preyed on.
Don't worry, sis. I won't let anyone actually get to you. You're my little thirst trap. So if you could draw on some more uglies, that would be great.
Pause. Okay, before we get into this creep, like, why is her brother even more of a creep as well? Like, I thought here I go, thinking he's about to come and jump in and defend her honor. But no, this bitch is about to sit here and use his little sister to have more old ass men prey on her so they can expose it for content. Men are sick. Men in the streets is sick, and men in your lives be sick. You have to cut all of these people out. That little girl thought her brother was going to help her. He rubbed her head, did the little sis thing. No, you're a bitch. You're a bastard. Just like Buddy. Bastard.
Would be great.
Okay.
This story didn't happen to one single underage girl, but dozens.
Yeah, I knew.
Starting back in 2018, at the beginning of TikTok's boom in popularity, a man named Buddy Haynes, who went by the username The Buddy on TikTok, began posting. But he wasn't just posting. He was taking advantage of the app's algorithm to get in contact with teenage girls. Countless text conversations like the one you saw are available on the numerous exposure videos that have been made against Buddy Haynes. Over the course of several years, Buddy embroiled himself in allegations and controversy over this despicable behavior, repeatedly leaving TikTok only to return and continue with his predatory behavior. Finally, after being caught in an amateur sting, Buddy disappeared from TikTok for good. As far as the public knows, no charges have been brought against him. These days, Buddy claims to have bettered himself as a person by doing therapy and quitting drinking, and swears he no longer does the things he once did when he was not in his right state of mind, as he claims. We can only hope that he is being genuine. What do you think?
No, not at all. Those men don't know how to be genuine. They don't know how to not be creeps. They are creeps. They are creeps. They cannot help it. Well, no, they can help it, but they're disgusting. And I'm saying that they cannot help the fact that they're going to reoffend over and over and over again. They're disgusting people who, after the first time of knowing that they are sick and pedophiles, they need to be under the jail. You understand what I'm saying? Like, there's no ifs, ands, buts, or if, ands, nor buts about it. If you know that you have an attraction to underage girls, boys, you need to turn yourself in and go your ass to jail forever. Because you will try to offend on someone, you will attack someone, and it will, and that's gonna traumatize that person forever. So do yourself a favor. Once you know that you're a sick bastard, just turn yourself in. Make it easy for everybody. These this got like what I say. I knew everything was about to be true. He went from finding a body, people really finding a body, to domestic violence. That man went in there, shot her friend. Obviously, there was a kiki, and it could have became something down the line. Here I am thinking they're about to fall in love down the line, get married. It's gonna turn into a little peaceful story. Joke's on me, right? Joke's on me. Turns out, no. He went in there, shot her and him. Went to jail, and it's crazy how the animation low-key looked like him just a little bit. And then that last one, please, 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 y'all monitor your kids' social media. If you're going to let your kids be on social media, connect it to yours. I see a lot of things where you can connect your social media to your kids' social media now, so you can see what they're interacting with and doing. Don't let your kids play anything that have chat rooms, really, because that's where the creeps are. In the chat rooms, Roblox, TikTok, pedophiles are in there. They're in there. Why? Because you could just chat. You can chat and no one's really going to say anything. So I need y'all to please be aware, okay? Go through your kids' shit. It's not invading no privacy, they're kids, okay? Until next time, you guys, I love you. Goodbye.